So these minerals are not benign. There are they can be good to a point in some instances and really terrible if done in excess. And so if you're drinking water with these minerals added to it every single day, multiple times a day, and you're drinking enough water to completely hydrate yourself, then you've got a problem. And so we're going to talk about these different additives, these different minerals, and then we're going to look at different bottled waters to see which of them uses some of this stuff. So calcium carbonate is actually really quite, it's quite a negative experience, because I read this article a few years ago called calcium carbonate is it turning your body to stone? Because calcium carbonate is actually made by dissolving limestone, you know, the stuff that creates hard water spots on your glass or chrome or whatever. Calcium carbonate, which comes from animal bones that have dissolved, or marble. And what they do is take hydrochloric acid and and dissolve marble or calcium carbonate to make to make it in solution. So you know, not really really good for ingesting, because it never totally breaks down and will actually cause stones to be created somewhere in your body, whether that's liver stones or gallstones. It can create bone spurs. It can create plaque in, you know, hardening of the arteries. It can create cataracts. It can create any kind of thing where you've got excess bony problems starting. So that's not really great. Now, calcium bicarbonate is calcium carbonate, but more carbonate. So calcium carbonate is a structure that has one carbon, where calcium bicarbonate has two. So bi means two. So same kind of thing. Calcium chloride, which is a humectant kind of, so it causes tissues to actually absorb water, but it's also commonly used, especially where I live here in Spokane, as ice melt. It's one of the really effective ice melts, and when you combine it with magnesium chloride, you get an amazing ice melter. Now, I don't know about you, but those things, I don't think those things really belong in my body for health reasons. So I don't highly recommend them. Magnesium sulfate, as you know, is commonly known as Epsom salt. So if you have ever taken Epsom salts orally, you know it tastes really bitter, kind of nasty flavor, and it causes diarrhea, like crazy diarrhea if you take very much of it. So it is a laxative. If you've done one of those liver gallbladder cleanses, you know just how much magnesium sulfate will cause you to use the bathroom continuously for hours on end. Potassium is really, so magnesium is really great for your body, and it does all kinds of things. It causes your muscles to relax. It causes your muscles to be healthy. It keeps your heart rate steady. So when you look at these companies, when you look at their websites, they say things about how great calcium is for your body, how it builds strong bones, talks about how magnesium is really good for your muscles. It talks about how potassium regulates your heart, and how sodium actually creates a whole situation where you have, where your electrical system in your body works better and can communicate better. And all of those things are true. It's just that they're not using the forms of calcium, magnesium, potassium, or sodium, known as electrolytes, that are actually the better forms because they're too expensive. So they're putting the cheapest forms possible in the water. And mostly they put it in to make it taste good. So potassium chloride has some real negative side effects in that it can cause kidney failure, it can cause arrhythmia, it can cause all kinds of things. And potassium bicarbonate actually has a whole list of negative side effects. So if you want to take a little time, if you're concerned about that, and Google it rather than me taking tons of time to go over it right now. It's really not a positive situation. And then sodium bicarbonate is baking soda, and that will create an alkaline substance right here, right now. All of these things will. They will add to the alkalinity of the water. But alkaline water that's created from these minerals is not the same as alkaline water that's made from via electrolysis. So we're going to talk about a few of these bottled waters and why and where the differences lie. So let's talk about smart water. I took this portion right off of all of this, off of their website and off of the back side of their label. So it is actually not reverse osmosis, it's steam distilled or vapor distilled, and they add electrolytes to make it taste better. And so they talk about this as if it was a really good thing. So here are the things they added. They added calcium chloride, they added magnesium chloride, and potassium bicarbonate spelled incorrectly as their electrolyte. Now, they have another version that's called Smart Water with antioxidants, and what they did is add sodium selenate as their electrolyte, as their antioxidant. So selenium is a great mineral, but not in this form. This form is not a great form. And so that's